One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when they do that. A quick burst there, and he nicely went off. A pretty decent game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Hooker now off play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but those shots are incomplete.
That's the first try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. 46 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
1st down, Lions. Here we go, Jack.
Hooker's going to throw it. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Montgomery. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Quick throw by Hooker, complete.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's pull up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Looking to throw. Hooker.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to roll.
terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion left comes Williams. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tough to find out when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing. Hooker. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and you're in the right spot for the completion.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
This one out quickly to Watkins. Gets by him and got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Lions 6, Eagles 0.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Again, it's Achane. Touchdown! Achane. 30 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's Williams on the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Hooker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Hooker to throw it. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Gets around him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They get all of it back. And now they look at third down. It's a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a bootleg with Hooker. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. All play action. Here's Hooker. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead here this NFC Championship game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run by Achane. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. 62 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They need 2. Here's third down. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Okay,
care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 45-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is 2nd and 8. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On third down, Achane. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down and 8. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here is third down and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
At the 16-yard line.
Let's get up here with the W offense. Keep the pressure on the line. Make some more calls, offense.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That escapes the sack. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .31 yards on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here's Hooker.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Quick throw completed by Hooker.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're going to bounce with your zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Wells will pull that. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And they'll begin by running the option. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Hooker now off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hooker. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First and 10 at the 25.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 10.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Good. Build that momentum offense. Keep it going.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually drop.
Under pressure, they got him again. Aiden Hutchinson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Hurts. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Eagles. Davis from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
The other side, get that hands team right.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But If you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete. Stop the
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. The Eagles will take their third down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the outline, and it's caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. 102 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line.
You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? It looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yeah, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
They'll run with Gibbs. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Gives to Laporta, right side. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal.
Gibbs.
And that one going nowhere from the start. As he's moving the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So they say forget the field goal in the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much...
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll go again with Gibbs to about the 26 here.
They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water.
Under heavy rush, and down he goes. Torres goes flying in from safety for the sack.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness from that range. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Thought we might see the field goal unit on 3rd down, but the offense still out there. Throwing here is Hooker.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that would be a short 6 points. He could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl.
The Lions are Super Bowl bound, the NFC champs. As we say thanks for watching and good night.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is